3 students and 3 staff members killed this morning at a Nashville school.
The Texas community is mourning after a mall shooting. A Dallas area medical group says it treated victims as young as 5 years old.
A nationwide problem that our region is not immune to.
A 6-year-old boy was shot and killed Wednesday night.
Sir was one of the most loving young men ever.
He could already read. He knew how to add and subtract, and I just saw so much growth and potential.
A heartbreaking reminder that violent crime takes away young lives and gives pain to those left wondering why.
There's no words that can explain the emptiness, the void, the anger, the sadness. It's a lot.
Gun violence is now the #1 killer of children in the U.S. Tonight, we want to give a voice to everyone who is working to find a solution to this deadly problem. In fact, we're going 360 on a problem no one should ignore. KSHB 41 News reporter Jian Kim has that special report.
There's no word that has been invented for the pain that you feel when you lose your kid.
For Monica and Brian Henderson, there's a void they'll never fill.
You wake up to a new pain every day.
Every day is spent trying to normalize a life after BJ, their 12-year-old son taken too soon by teen violence. He was an innocent passenger in the backseat of a car during a gun deal when someone opened fire.
Took 2 seconds for you to decide to pull the trigger, and you will change everybody's life.
Unfortunately, BJ's story is just one of thousands. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports more than 4,300 children in the U.S. were victims of gun crime in 2020. We're taking this story 360, hearing from a criminologist, a child advocacy center, a trauma surgeon, a family impacted by youth violence, and a detective overseeing an anonymous tip line. Dr. Mariana Kotlaya researches crime and criminal behavior at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. She tells us violent crime at the hands of kids and young adults was actually on the decline prior to 2020. So the spike we're seeing now is a symptom of what she calls a pandemic hangover.
Going home took away a lot of stability and a lot of structure for a lot of youth. And it also took away services, which is really, really important.
Isolation and lack of parental guidance meant longer hours spent on social media. She says online bullying and self-comparison further perpetuated negative changes in youth behavior. Dr. Kotlaya talked to us about the most commonly believed causes of youth violence. First, easier access to guns.
We know across the board, countries that have stricter legislation on guns are going to have lower rates of crime as well.
While Dr. Kotlaya says poverty directly correlates with crime, she says it's not that simple.
Here's the interesting thing. Community factors might be playing an even more important role there.
To further break down Dr. Kotlaya's last point, we're here at the Child Protection Center. Lisa Meisel and her staff believe violence is generational, something that's learned.
You learn that it's okay to pick up a gun to solve your problems.
While socioeconomic status may play a role, other factors such as unhealthy role models and the lack of believing in oneself play a bigger role.
If you don't want your kids raised the way that you were raised, if you don't want them making the mistakes that you have witnessed or experienced, then we need to figure out a way to teach you to parent differently too.
That's why the CPC offers trauma-focused therapy and parenting classes to help bridge the gap. It also works with Partners for Peace, a program developed by Mayor Quentin Lucas's office, police, and the prosecutor's office.
I think a lot of attention has been given to our homicide rate, but those non-fatal shootings are equally as high, if not higher, and those families have needs that are not being met either.
Doctors at the University of Kansas Health System receive an average of 300 to 400 shooting victims a year.
We see gunshot victims of all ages.
From young kids to the elderly, those involved in illegal activities to those who aren't, those with unintentional injuries to patients with self-inflicted ones. Dr. Robert Winfield says unfortunately many of his patients end up coming back.
That point of recovery often leads to the person going right back out into the environment that they were in where they were shot in the first place.
Dr. Winfield has been a trauma surgeon for 11 years. He says the toughest part is seeing the result of one human inflicting pain on another. That's why he pushes for programs like Revive and Thrive, designed to prevent youth violence with grants.
The reality is that if it affects one member of our community here in Kansas City, it affects all members of our community here in Kansas City.
Detective Christina Ludwig with the Greater KC Crime Stoppers program says the answer could lie with young people themselves.
We're trying to get it into the schools so the kids know that they have a safe place to tell information that they might know about anything.
The KC Metropolitan Crime Commission created an anonymous tip line for teens after school threats and gun violence within schools spiked. She says it's been highly effective, receiving a record number of tips in 2019 with 295 calls. It's tapered off since returning from the pandemic, but is steadily climbing back.
We are anonymous 100%. We are safe, and they can get a cash reward if their information leads to a felony arrest.
While no amount of activism will bring back their child, Monica and Brian Henderson launched Project 914 in hopes to make sure no other parents lose their kids.
As hurt as we were and still are in regards to, losing our son, we still try to, show some sense of mercy, would I say, in regards to the juvenile, and ask the judge not to, put him away for his entire life.
Project 914 helps minors who are put on probation by providing housing, food, education, and counseling. BJ's shooter was 17 when the shooting happened. Court records show the shooter was on the last day of his probation and was not being supervised when he shot and killed BJ.
The system failed him, which in return failed us. And our son.
Regardless of how one's been affected by youth violence,
He just knew he was going to be great.
the results are permanent, and the way forward isn't always clear.
When you're at your lowest and you think about BJ, just remember he would want you to be happy. He would want you to keep going.
But BJ's parents are filling the void with a mission to put an end to the cycle of violence. Jian Kim, KSHB 41 News.